What's going on, guys? We are in Ecuador, and you probably already know that because I think I've done another video from Ecuador, but we're in Quito, and I have a new product, which is a 15-stop ND filter from NiSi filters, and I'm going to test it out on today's video. And it's not gonna be today's video, I'm gonna film it over the whole time we're in Ecuador. So here in Quito, the Galapagos, maybe the Amazon if I can find a use for it. So let's go find a place to test this thing out. Okay, we're in Quito, Ecuador, and I've got this 15-stop ND filter, which is a lot of ND, but it's useful in the middle of the day when you're trying to get really dramatic long exposures. We're up on top of the Basilica right now, and I want to set up and try to get like a 2-minute exposure. And kind of the goal here is to get movement in the clouds, but the clouds don't seem to be moving much, so I don't know if it'll work, but we're gonna try anyway. Not a lot of movement in the clouds, so I don't know how it looked. I'm gonna show you right now with no filter. There's actually a grad filter, but no 15-stop. That's what it looks like without a filter at, I think it's like 1/60th of a second. And then now the 2-minute exposure. So yeah, a little bit of a difference, but generally you want the cloud to move a little bit more for that type of photo. Morton, don't fall.
No, I'm fine.
I'm on the Galapagos Islands now. It's been awesome. I'm going to try to shoot 2 photos with the 15-stop ND here. As you can see by my squinting, it's midday, 3 in the afternoon. And I think there's a photo here that I want to share with you and maybe an idea. But there's an island out there with a tree on it. And I think with a long lens and a 15-stop exposure, I can totally smooth out this water and make a surreal looking image, maybe even black and white. I'm not really sure if this will work, let alone how I'm gonna process it. But yeah, I'm gonna put the 100 to 400 on it and the 15 stop and maybe a polarizer, and we'll see how this comes out. So without a filter, it was 1/320th at f11. With 15 stops, I'm probably gonna be able to get 30 seconds at f8. Oh, I'm gonna have to be like f5.6. So it looks like f5.6, which means I'm gonna have to do a 1-minute exposure at f8 to make this work. And it should look surreal. I don't know if it's gonna look good, but I guess you'll see the result in a second. One of the biggest reasons people use a 15-stop ND is just to, you know, darken a scene and get a long exposure in situations you shouldn't be able to get a long exposure. So we're here on, I believe this is Espanola Island, and you've got a sea here that's not that rough. And with a regular photo, it'd probably be 1/50th of a second exposure, which you could capture some of this stuff, these waves crashing. But throwing on the 15-stop ND will give me a full, at least a minute, I think, here, and we'll get a totally smooth sea. So I'm gonna set up the tripod really quick with the 15-stop and see how this comes out. Okay, so I just took the shot with no filter, and it needs a grad filter, so I'm gonna put a grad filter in with the polarizer and show you what it looks like properly exposed, and then we'll add the 15-stop. The light's just not great, but I want to show you what happened. So we've taken it already. It looks like it's gonna be, oh man, it's gonna be really dark. Probably a 2-minute exposure. Definitely the wrong situation. But we'll see how it comes out anyway. Again, this isn't exactly an ideal photo, but I want to show you what a 15 stop does in conditions like this. It is, I don't know what time it is, maybe 4:30 in the afternoon, but it's still really sunny out. And a 15 stop filter will get you from this catching almost frozen scene of water bouncing all the way to like a totally milky scene. So I'm gonna set up and take 2 or 3 photos and try to show you the difference before and after. And believe me, the difference is drastic. A minute and a half is done. Oh man, that came out so good. I love it. It's a great example of how sometimes using filters, you can turn a beautiful scene, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful, into something out of this world, extraordinary. And it's a lot of fun. And to be honest, I didn't think I'd ever use a 15 stop ND. I thought a 10 stop ND would be, you know, good enough. But I think a 15 stop ND opens up the door to be more creative. And anytime the door can be opened for your creativity to expand, that's an awesome thing. So I've had fun with the 15 stop ND. I'm definitely gonna pack it around with me more often. Get off of me, fly. I'm definitely gonna pack it around with me more often and get more shots. At some point, there's a sea lion right there. Maybe it'll get in one of my photos. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video. This video was sponsored by NiSi. I'm a NiSi brand ambassador, which means I get to play with all this fun gear a lot of times and share with you guys what it's all about. I'm going to do another NiSi video in the future. Man, this fly will not stop. I guess I taste good. I'm gonna do another NiSi video in the future. I think in Arizona, I'm gonna try the night filter for star photography. That should be a lot of fun. So I hope to see you guys there. Peace.